Hello there, Starseeds. Thank you so much for joining me for a spiritual guidance reading. If you're new here, I am High Priestess Lady Leo, and I have a passion for interpreting energies and helping others to their spiritual awakening journeys. If you're a returning soul fan, welcome back. I love you. Thank you for being here. Y'all, it's time to cleanse and set the space. Call in spirit, God, source, universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, council of light, ascended masters, and all other benevolent beings of light. I ask that you shield us in holy divine white light of protection. Shield our space, our energy, and this reading from any outside negative energies, entities, and it is not allowed here, so mode to be. Thank you, spirit. Okay. So I already have a pre-shuffle, so that's what we're going to go over first is the pre-shuffle, okay, and some of the downloads that I've been getting, all right? And then after that, we'll go back over and clarify with the tarot, all right? Let me give my spiel, all right? If you're new here, there's no gender in tarot. Swap the roles to how you see fit. I could say it's a he, and it's really a she, all right? Time is fluid. I could say it happened yesterday, and it hasn't happened yet. You know your situation better than I do. You put your peoples where they go, all right? Don't force situations to fit your storyline, okay? If the shit don't fit, let it slip. Leave it for someone else, all right? I think that's pretty much it. By the way, there's scammers about pretending to be me, doppelgangers, copycats, pretending to be Lady Leo. Watch your six, watch your money. That's not me reaching out. If you're interested in getting a private reading, all that information is in the description box below. LadyLeoSpiritual.com, okay? Okay. All right, y'all, let's hop into this. So I'm picking up on an energy that is being hunted, okay? And it's being hunted because they are the constant rescuer, all right? It seems like this is in the past. So this person was at one point in time a constant rescuer, right? And there's another energy. So then there's like a seeker and an aggressor, right? It's almost like the seeker, before they evolved into the seeker, they were this constant rescuer of this aggressor. And that's why they're being hunted. It's because it's like they pulled their energy back, you know. They're evolving, and this aggressor can feel the seeker's energy, you know, them pulling away, right? Okay. Something happened between these two, and that like judgment's been called on the situation. All right, it's almost like court is in session because somebody's gone against some type of universal law. All right. This aggressor seems to be like an entitled prince, okay? They may come off as very spoiled, very, you know, self-serving, right? Deep down, this person's really a coward, okay? They're masking a lot of trauma, right? They built this shell over their heart space, over their true self, you know, because they've been oppressed all their life, and that's all they know to do is to oppress other people, right? They've been trying to oppress this seeker because the seeker eventually turns into this activist, you know, someone who has very powerful with their words. You know, they chose to break the chains off of their own wrist, to be their own leader, to find their own way, and to help others, you know. This constant rescuer has finally answered a call to change, okay? And it hasn't been an easy journey. There's been lots of trials and tribulations here, you know? But the seeker knows that to leave behind this past constant rescuer energy, this codependency, this need to come in and save the other person or other people, you know, they're crossing this threshold. They're learning how to be a strategist with their time and with their energy, with how they're manifesting, what they're manifesting, you know, what they're focused on, you know. Yeah, lots of trials and tests. What do I tell you all the time? There's no test with no or there's no testimony with no test, you know. And the reward is great, just for, you know, answering the call on this journey, right? This person, this seeker, right? After they cut ties with the community, because this aggressor doesn't necessarily have to be one person, okay? This could be a job, it could be a whole family, it could be a community, just a group of people, you know, physically or online, whatever that looks like for you. It could be your own ego, right? Everybody's journey is different. Take it as it resonates. But the seeker has finally left this aggressor behind, you know. They're having to go through a very long journey alone, you know. And while this seeker has been going on this journey, this difficult path in the dark, right? This aggressor is only turned to substances and codependency and drugs, all right? They become an addict of your own pain, of your own sorrow, you know? It's empty and it will never be full. This person comes off as a know-it-all, right? There's no talking to this person. Lots of gaslighting has happened here, okay? This could be like an empath narcissistic type of relationship, you know? Take it as it resonates. Yeah, they refuse to see that they're the problem. They refuse to see that they're the ones that need to make the change. You know, they've been so oppressed by everyone else. They've gotten so caught up in the system and what's, you know, society lays out for us, right? It's been more about the status quo. This person is a lost dreamer. They once upon a time, they were able to dream, you know, but they've got caught up in this egotistical way of life. And now that they don't dream the way that they used to dream, you know, and it even causes resentment on the seeker because the seeker didn't give in to oppression, you know. This person has become a coward and a comedian, okay? This entitled prince, this really self-serving person, you know. Because they're scared to really be themselves. They're scared to take a look in the mirror, an honest look, you know. So they become the comedian. And they laugh at your expense. Or the seeker's expense. The seeker is going through a rebirth period, or comes into a rebirth period, right? They've been through so much shit. They've been thrown so much hate and hardship. They end up having a resurrection, a rebirth. So they go from the seeker to the teacher. They teach about the energy that they know, about the healing. And then they evolve into a speaker. This person wasn't afraid to go on the adventure, to answer that call to change, to go through those trials and tribulations, to be resurrected, right? They weren't afraid to go peek and see what was under the rock, you know, to go down the rabbit holes. They've had to look to their spirit team as for a mentor. You know, there's been nowhere else to go. All right, so if this reading is resonating with you, we're going to dive further into the Oracle pre-pull. All right, so my 3 mantras for the day is I am growing through every experience. Okay, every single thing that you're going through is giving you a tool, is giving you information, right? And you can use this information in the future, right? You grow through what you go through, you know? You're like the seeker over here, right? Rather than letting this pull you into a state of where you're being oppressed, you know, you end up becoming an activist. Right? I believe in myself, all because you had the courage to believe in yourself. I am powerful and fearless because you chose to answer the call of the wild to be powerful and fearless, right? A lot like that reading with the wolf, you know? And we do have the wolf spirit showing up here once again. Okay. Winter, take care of your needs. It's time for you to take care of your needs, right? You've been casted out. You know, we're talking a lot about you've been thrown to the wolves. And you're going to end up return leading the pack here. Because you're finally taking care of you rather than being this constant rescuer where you keep showing up to save these people who are trying to oppress you. You're taking care of your needs. Okay? You're moving beyond ancestral patterns. All right? You could have ties to the Aboriginals here, or ancient culture, or have ancient ancestors that stand beside you. You know, aiding you, guiding you on this journey. Lots of guardian angel energy showing up here too, okay? You were not alone on this journey, right? The seeker knew that. They knew that they wouldn't be alone. They trusted the process. They trusted the universe. They trusted their intuition to move away and to go on this new soul's journey, right? To take this adventure because they knew that change had to happen. They had to cross that threshold. And the only way that they were going to be able to do that is with their spirit team. Okay, yeah, trust and thrive. The seeker was able to trust the process, trust the universe, and now they're thriving. They're so incredibly abundant. You know, they turned into this leader. You know, travel, move in a new direction. Here's a lot more of that movement here. Okay, Aquarius season, air, movement. Okay, it's also a very rebellious type of energy. It's a non-conforming type of energy. All right. If you feel like you're being called into a new path, a new journey that doesn't look necessarily like what society accepts, it does not necessarily mean that you will not be abundant. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, you know. We have the temple path showing up here, you know. You can have a lot of connections to the stars. I'm also picking up on like yeah, this person almost preyed on you. This aggressor preyed on the seeker. And the seekers had to, you know, heal a broken heart. They're the wounded healer. A victory's been had. So when this seeker comes back as an activist, right, as a leader, it gives this oppressor a lot of anxiety, you know, because now you become the magician in the mirror. You have everything that you need to be successful. But it all starts with you. It's about reflecting, using your intuition, taking action, using your intellect, okay? Using your resources. We've got flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Going with the flow here. Okay. This aggressor has a need to overpower. They have a need to stay in control. All right. The seeker has released full control. That's why they're so powerful, right? You're showing up as the wizard and the magician. You're allowing things to flow. Okay. Divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. It's about surrendering a lot of those worries and the stress, right? The doubts, giving all that up and just going in full throttle, right? Finally, instead of just kind of dipping the toes in the water, right? You got to jump in real quick, right? Everybody knows that's how you get warm real fast in the pool, is you just jump in, you know? And somebody's just dipping their toes in the pool. Like, is it cold? Yes, boo-boo, it's cold, okay? It's not going to be easy, you know? We've got Lady Nana Heart, awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Lots about balance here too, right? That's what the issue is with this constant rescuer, is it's not equal give and take, you know? It's depleting the person who's coming in to rescue, right? So a lot of you are waking up to that, right? If you're one of these, empath narcissistic relationships. Green Tara, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Yeah. Cutting cords with this type of energy. And it's hard because there's a withdrawal period. You know, there's been a trauma bond there, right? These may be some things that you may want to Google or redo your own research on, like dark psychology or the psychology of a narcissist, enmeshing, triangulation, gaslighting, right? You need to read about what it does to the person who is detaching and going non-contact, or what happens when the narcissist learns that you figured out that they're a narcissist, right? So protection is coming in, all right? Because you have chosen to cut cords. You've told the universe that you're ready to move away from this, okay? And then we have Kuthumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Here we go with that intuition again, right? The seeker knew that that they're picking up on this call to change, right? So they decided to answer that call, the call of the wild, right? Because they knew that they were going to have to go on a tough journey and cross this threshold here, right? But they looked at it as an adventure, okay? Also, it's about falling in love with the process, y'all. You know, when you get on the healing journey, right, and you can finally kind of get over that first initial spiritual awakening phase, and you can kind of find your balance a little bit, right? Because it gets rocky and shaky and confusing there for a little while, right? It's like being in an inner tube in a river. You know, you're going all over the place. You know, you're trying to figure out how to hold on to the inner tube the best. You've never done this before, right? But you finally get the hang of it, you know, and then you learn how to go with the flow of it, right? Yeah. You know, you're able to ride the waves, trusting that it's going to be okay, that you're going to be able to learn how to maneuver the best way that you can with the situation, right? Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish you had. A lot of you are feeling called to start speaking on this, right? If you're not in a place where you're ready to speak on it, you're being called to at least look into it or research it, right? You're being called to your soul tribe, right? You're getting alignment with your divine purpose, and you could even be getting freaked out because it's like, this shit's real, you know? Star bathing, light body crystal grid transmission activation, Okay, lots of energy activations are happening now, right? As soon as you start seeing 1111 or 222 or whatever combination of numbers repeatedly, you start seeing synchronicities, symbols and signs, right? The universe starts to talk to you and communicate with you, and you start communicating back. You start getting energy activations, all right? Transmissions start happening, okay? A lot of you may be drawn to learn about crystals, okay, or use them for healing and manifestations and energy work, the metaphysical properties of them. You could be crystalline children. That's something else that you're going to want to research. Crystalline children, indigo children. I think I'm 4th generation indigo. The seas of Vintika, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Bringing unconsciousness to light. So the universe is a conscious thing, right? It's the all-knowing, creator of all that ever was and all that ever will be, right? We also have consciousness. We share consciousness, and then we have one separately, right? So when you can consciously start a conversation with the universe, that's where you move away from these types of energies. You're starting to see that you can manifest better than this. This refusal to change is that's what causes these blockages, all right? Because evolution has been here since the beginning of time, right? This one thing that they teach you, even in real estate, right? I used to be in real estate for you newbies, okay? One of the first things that they teach you is every single piece of property is always unique. There are no two sets of properties that are exactly the same. And at the moment they're bought and the moment they're sold, they're still not even they're not the same, right? They've evolved over that time. Okay, so things are constantly changing and constantly evolving, right? It's like the phases of the moon. Things are only here temporarily. So the sooner that you can let go of this refusal to change and learn how to just ride the fucking wave, buckle in, boo-boo, right? Just buckle in for the crazy ride and learn how to weave through traffic, right? You got this. Codes of the seas. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. It's in your DNA. Not even just your actual physical DNA, right? It's in your blueprint. Your soul's DNA, okay? Remember how I tell you, humans can only see with 0.0035% light spectrum, okay? So no, maybe you've never seen the helix of your soul's DNA, but I can tell you that it exists. Can you see the Wi-Fi that you be using watching this video right now? No, you cannot, but you know that you be watching me on the Wi-Fi. Just saying. Point of view. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, and secret beginnings. Right? The seeker went on this journey, they isolated, and they went on an adventure alone. They also went within to find a lot of answers, right? You already have all the answers that you seek, okay? The seeker knows this, right? They go within. So there's a transformation that's happening, and it is a secret, right? No one can see this happen with their own eyes, So you end up having this glow up, and that's when the hunter becomes the hunted. It's the law of the universe, and it's karmic justice, okay? We've got ancestors showing up here too. All right, a lot about the ancestors showing up here protecting you, or your spirit team, your spirit guides, spirit animals. Lots about animals showing up. I've got the animal of the jaguar here. All right, also lots about intuition and protection. Being very smart and strategic with things, And then we've got the sage as well. All right, lots about cleansing. Okay, cleansing your energy. Cleansing your auric field, taking care of your hygiene, right? And taking care of your environment, especially when it comes to relationships with people. You're cleansing your relationships as well. Then we have first quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. Lots about trust. Okay, trust in your path, trust in your mission, trust in where you're being called to journey to, right? Last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. Talk less, feel more. This is giving me big channeling vibes, okay? This helps me a lot. You know, sometimes I'll go in there and sometimes I'm just listening to stuff, right? And something just sticks out to me and I'll just write that, whether that's like, I don't watch a whole lot of movies as much as I used to, but you know, even a show or a podcast or, you know, it may just be one sentence, it may be a word, you know, whatever, and I'll write that down, you know? And I just allow, you know, what's happening throughout my day, the little signs and synchronicities, and I write those down, you know? And then sometimes I'll sit there with all the different things that I got throughout the day, and then it all ends up piecing together somehow. It's very strange how it happens, right? And that's how I get a lot of channeled messages. But so maybe that's something that you can do instead of like talking, you know, talk less and feel more, right? Maybe you can get into some channeling or try that as well, right? Last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Lots of things get brought up to the surface when you're going through a spiritual awakening period, all right? So if you are represented by the seeker, then you know that it's just a constant thing that's constantly happened, right? During this evolution, there's a lot of shedding of old, so you're having to deal with the things that have been buried deep down, right? They have to surface, right? And that's what revealed. That's how we know it's being revealed to us what needs to be healed, okay? I think that's all of those. Okay. So we got denial. Yeah, these oppressors, people like these aggressors, oppressors, these cowards, these people who refuse to change, they're just in denial, right? They're also having a hard time letting go. And that's why you have all this abundance coming to you, all this good karma, right? That's how, even though the journey is hard, you always end up coming out okay in the end, you know? It's forbidden for this person to stop you. It's forbidden for them to hinder you in any way. And the more they do it, the more karmic justice that you get. And the harder time that they have, you know, manifested that for themselves, right? We're all faced with choices. You know, there's a choice between two. Like, I'm thinking about the Cherokee story of the two wolves, right? Which wolf are you going to feed, right? Some of these people, these oppressors, summon you by using their lustful ways, or they try to summon you using their lustful ways, right? Sometimes they pull on your heartstrings. They can come in as romantic lovers, you know. They just come in to cause chaos. You could be going through a lot of chaos in your life right now. Maybe you just came out of this. Or if you're just now starting your spiritual awakening journey, you about to come into a whole lot of chaos. I'm going to go ahead and give you a heads up because I love you. And nobody gave me a heads up about that shit, okay? It hit me like a break, all right? Obedience is needed here. Lots about self-discipline. A lot of you are becoming very self-disciplined. You're kind of seeing through these illusions. A lot of these people, they just need your reaction. That's all they want, you know? You're super focused, gaining strength, getting ready to flow, movement coming in. Okay, so if you've been feeling stuck and stagnant on this journey of becoming this seeker, of becoming this activist, then you are on the right path here, right? Yeah, they wanted you trapped, okay? They wanted you trapped because they're trapped. They can't fly, they're a caged bird, right? Oh yeah, I'm getting another Sia song, y'all. No, Bird Set Free. I don't care if I sing off key. I find myself in my melodies. I sing for love, I sing for me. I shout it out like a bird set free. That's how it goes. I know. I'm losing my voice. So, anyway, deceit. Yeah, lots of deceit has shown up. Because these people are deceitful, right? They're very self-serving. People that you're dealing with are the one person. Yeah, I say people as in because I know I'm talking to more than one person here, right? And it's made them very rigid. And you've learned how to not become rigid, or if you are rigid, you understand a way that you can use that to your advantage, right? You know that you can get to a place where like you can get pushed into a corner and you be rigid, right? But you don't just go around deceitfully being in that energy, right? Having that poison ooze out everywhere that you go, you know? You're here to spread a message, right? You could be a star messenger, a star seed, a light worker, a shaman, an earth angel, a healer, light witch, okay? You're choosing to have the confidence to break cycles here, you know? And you're getting so far out of this person's energy, like once they could just tap into it, right? It's just like they knew how to get under your skin and you become invisible. They're searching for you in everyone and in everything. And then they just can't find the same supply in anyone else, right? Try to make everything complicated for you. But you were born in darkness. You know, you've been listening. Darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. That is very true. I like that a lot. You know, that brings me to this too. This is coming up. A lot of y'all are on this journey and it gets lonely and you don't know where to go and you don't know who to reach out to, right? And I've learned the hard way. There's a lot of love and light out there. Not everybody's on the love and light side of the spectrum, even though they be saying love and light, you know? They over here praying to the Dark Lord, and I'm like, so not all light is good and not all dark is evil, you know? Sometimes we have to face our shadows, you know? And they are there for a purpose. How are you supposed to defend yourself, right? So anyway, we've got High Priestess of Fire, following your passions here, getting ready to take this risk, this new start, taking a leap of faith here, trusting the universe finally, right? It's going to turn you into this warrior. You're becoming a warrior here, you know? Yeah, don't forget, that's your reminder. Your reminder is to use your passion, to use your fire, to take a risk, okay? To be the warrior that you were meant to be, right? All right, let's get a couple of these. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Messages for the collective. 444, divinely protected, divinely guided here. Okay. Yeah, these people owe you an apology. Some of these people may be coming back to offer you an apology once you return as this activist energy, right? Lots about surrendering. So if you haven't done so already, no matter where you are in this storyline, okay, the fastest way to get through it is to just start surrendering it to the universe, surrender it to God, you know, whatever that looks like for you. Because you know the change needs to take place, right? Also, it's the time to get really rooted. Lots about root chakra work, okay? Pisces is showing up because of your intuition. Following your intuition to listen to spirit, to go this journey, okay? Keep pushing. Do not give up on yourself, okay? Keep pushing. Because your ancestors are here to help you succeed, okay? To get away from these thieves, okay? They're definitely spying on you, right? But you're answering spirit. Spirit's calling 1111, okay? All right, y'all. That is the end of this portion of the reading, all right? If you want to book a private reading, you can find that information in the description box below, or stay tuned to the end to see what that looks like or how to do that. All right, I also have healings available and hex and curse removals. La 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 la. All right, I also have a Poshmark where I have my self-made jewelry where you can check that out as well, and affiliates for crystals and rice water hair care. All that is at the end of this if you stay tuned, and it's also linked in the description box below. All right, thank you all so much for your time and your energy, and until next time, I love you, I love you, I love you. Love and light.